All right, guys, we are back out in the shop tonight. I'm Tim McCamus, and we are going to go over some new products. So we're doing a lot of different projects here in the shop, and this came up as something that would be beneficial. We do have some Dzus rails available that are used for mounting like hoods and items like that, but these are really designed for like the back windows in a steel body car. Okay, we're doing a lot of, like I said, we're doing a lot of different projects that are starting to require this. So we came up with this little design. It's a real simple design, but these are steel, and these are made to weld on around the lip of the back window. Now they do have other uses on the car, but I'm going to talk about the back window first. These are laser cut, and they're made for the 5/16 quarter-turn fasteners with the small 1-inch springs, so that'd be 1-inch hole-to-hole centers for the 1/8-inch holes. They come pre-broke, so they have a little 45-degree break on them right here, so that you can fit them around the inside of that body lip, and then when you weld them, you still got the flush fit for the window. So you would flush this, if you're using an 1/8-inch back window, you'd want to flush this down. It looks better if you get it a little below the 1/8 inch, so that that edge is completely encompassed. Because that on these stock bodies, that body back there has a little bit of a radius where that window trim molding is. So if you flush it out too close to the top, then it ends up having a weird little gap there. So you want to drop it down, not quite 3/16, but more than an 1/8, so that window sets in there nice and clean around the edge, where so you don't have to bevel it. You can kind of square cut it and lay it in there. But these are made to cut and fit as you go around the window, and then you can also shrink and stretch these too. So if you need to put a little bit of a curving, none of the back windows aren't going to be square. They're going to have some curvature around there. Even if it's slight, they'll still have some. You use a shrinker and a stretcher tool right in here to bite on this lip area, and that will put some curve in this. And I'll do a video later on a shrinker and stretcher on how to use that, and that might be something that would be interesting. But you are going to have to put a little bit of curve into it, and you really want to do that. You don't want to try to force it in there and then weld it, because it'll be under stress, and it's not going to be, it'll want to kind of warp and not lay flat. So you want to fit that thing in there so that it lays nice and tight to the contour of that window. But like I said, there are some other uses on the car. These could be used for floor strips, like on the passenger side or in the center of the car around the tunnel. They are spaced a little bit closer together, but sometimes that's good. There's a few more fasteners to take out if you're removing that floor. But if it's a car that you don't remove the floor a lot in, so when we're building a Pro Mod car and you're tearing the thing apart every run, you don't want to have this many fasteners on the floor panels. But in a car that is maybe you're not servicing the transmission that much, or you're just not taking the interior out of it, this is a lot better option, because it's more secure, less rattles. It doesn't have that big spacing between the fasteners. So these are super easy to zip around the tubing, and again, works the same, gives you this little bevel so you can put a nice little weld in there. And one of the things I'd like to talk about too is when you do these, it takes a little more time, but space your welds out evenly, okay? That just makes it look so much more finished. Our standard in the shop is an inch of weld and then skip 2. So we do an inch mark, skip 2, another inch mark. So we'll have a 1-inch weld every 2 inches, okay? And what that does is it just looks more detailed when it's done. I mean, you can go down through here, and if you want to mark that out when you start to put this in there, because you're going to like put a little zip tack on this when you fit it initially, and you don't want to mark it out afterwards. You want to mark it out before, so that you can put that zip tack on that mark where that 1-inch weld is, and then you can go back and weld that in, and it'll look clean as hell there. I mean, it really looks finished. It looks like you took your time. And don't just start at the end and go around and mark them 1 inch or all the way around, because then it's going to be inconsistent as you go around. As you're fitting this, start in the center of the roof and mark it this way so that it's even. So that way, when you're looking at it, if you got the back window out, somebody's going to roll up on your car and they'll be like, wow, this guy really took the time to do this right. So make it even, make it nice. That way your welds are the same coming down both sides. Just makes Just makes it more finished. Doesn't take that much longer to do it. You just got to think about it a little bit. So a lot of the time and detail is just thinking about it in advance, making sure that you do it right and neat the first time so that you don't get it all done and go, ah, God damn, I wish I'd done it a different way. But do space those out evenly, and even if you're putting them in the floor, and you know, you might say, well, nobody's ever going to see that. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter if you can see it or not. You know how it is. And if you take the back window out at the track, if you're cleaning the back of the car or something, somebody sees that. I would see it. If I rolled up on your car, I'd be like, man, you really should have laid that out better. But that's just the kind of stuff that I pick on. But these are really nice, brand new product. So you can check them out, and they are available now. So you can order them online, or you can call one of our guys and tell them what you need, and they will ship it your way. So thanks for watching, and I will be back with you soon.